Baby bottles, a crib, and toys. It is a house frozen in time. This father's two girls are gone.
What's it like to go to sleep in this house?
It's lonely.
Not even Matt Hernandez's wife, Tucky, is living here. In fact, these parents haven't been together with their children in nearly 10 months.
Why?
Our bond conditions don't allow us to have contact with each other.
Bond conditions, as in criminal charges, and not just against him, against his wife as well.
2 counts of first-degree child abuse and 2 counts of aggravated assault.
That's why even though his 4-year-old daughter Aria loves to spin and twirl as he plays guitar, the dance floor today is empty.
You know, we love these girls so much.
Mom, you want my mom, you want my mom.
And the state has just, from day one, seemed to be set on ripping us apart.
It started when Tucky noticed Emma had a swollen leg. They took her to their pediatrician, who referred them to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
We did nothing to hide anything.
It was there they also showed doctors a picture of a reddish spot found earlier behind their newborn's ear. They answered questions without hesitation, unaware the child abuse pediatrician, or CAP, had already reviewed Emma's x-rays.
It was some healed ribs and some fractures on her femur and tibia.
Fractures that, to the CAP, could only mean abuse. A parent who has abused their child isn't likely to admit it. But what's interesting is that Emma's injuries didn't magically stop when her parents lost custody. First, she went to live with her aunt and uncle.
About 5 weeks in, we woke her up one morning and she had the strange bruising, discoloration on her feet and one of her ankles.
DFACS accused them of letting the mother, Tucky, sneak over to again abuse the baby.
No, we completely have been doing everything by the book.
Still, the girls were removed, but the marks kept showing up in her foster home and daycare. Jonathan and Jennifer Williams started raising their own questions about Emma's health when DFACS asked them to watch the girls for a few days.
So I was concerned about some of the physical things of Emma, just how she held herself. Her little skull seemed kind of sunken into me.
They told the juvenile court judge they believed Emma had an undiagnosed health problem and were shocked by the testimony defending DFACS's decision to instead put the girls in state custody for abuse.
I saw nothing presented as evidence that indicated this family had hurt their child at all.
They were treating this family like they were criminals. They were treating them with zero respect.
The state no longer uses the Williams to care for foster children. Almost a year later, Emma's new caregiver says something is still not right.
Because she's under DFACS's care, she's under Medicaid, so we kind of have to follow these guidelines. But I'm like, can I take her to, a different doctor myself? I'll pay for it. Like, we need to figure this out because it's bothering me. Because I want to be able to fix whatever's going on in her situation.
Court records show no one disputes the x-rays reveal injuries to Emma's bones, that Tucky's vitamin D levels were low during pregnancy, or that Emma's levels were low when she came into the hospital. But doctors do disagree on the cause of those fractures and the impact of that vitamin D deficiency.
It seems like entire cases hinge on just one child abuse pediatrician saying this is abuse. And his word, that is just opinion sometimes, doesn't even have hard evidence, is enough to carry it all the way through prosecution.
Doctors have figured out why she gets those bruise-like marks, and it has nothing to do with abuse. Emma's parents want genetic testing to rule out any other illnesses that could have weakened her bones.
You offered to pay for it.
Offered to pay for it.
6 months after the girls were removed, the court agreed to the testing, but it is a process that can take months. Meanwhile, this family functions in fragments. Each week, a few hours. Supervised visits, first with Mom and later with Dad.
To keep my wife and I, who have been married since 2012, separated for so long is just cruel. To know that they're tormenting a 4-year-old child and just to continue to push through it is just cruel.